So I started there in 2007, and then I graduated in the spring of 2011.
Brooks Imdieke is not what you would call a traditional student. After graduating from St. Cloud Apollo, he took another path to get a career.
Well, my first step was actually a little unorthodox compared to like other students. I was asked to do this other program called CO2. It was a program where you would help out in the community, and they would get you ready for like stuff for the outer world and all that.
While he was working in his community, he was also helping himself so he could get into a higher education program.
So during that same time though, I was getting help with getting like my test scores improved. Like my math was like terrible. My writing skills were actually pretty good, and my reading was in the middle, but it wasn't enough to get into college. So they helped me bump up my scores, and my math was like my best credit.
After achieving good enough test scores, Brooks finally got into a school at St. Cloud Tech and Community College.
I was going into like teaching, and I was pursuing that for about maybe a year and a half. And so for a couple years, I'm like, you know, I'll find something, but teaching's not the thing, I think.
Being a teacher just wasn't for Brooks, as he decided to switch career paths into computer programming.
So after I got done teaching and kind of figuring out what I wanted to try and do, then I decided to go into the computer program over at St. Cloud Tech because I heard that they had a pretty good program. But that didn't really work out because I didn't really understand the content that was being given. And I was also just struggling just mentally. I was just going through another like case of depression. And it just was just kind of a rough year.
Despite not knowing where he was going in life, fate intervened by the way of a single campus tour at St. Cloud State.
So in the spring of 2017, someone came from St. Cloud State. They came to the cafeteria and was kind of talking about all the programs that they have over there. And one thing that I had to do was kind of do like a soul search. And I knew that like I really like TV, and I think maybe that would be something cool that I would like to get into. And like I've always liked seeing content being created, like with YouTube and all those other platforms. And so they came, they gave me some information about a tour around the campus, and then they brought me over to Mark Mills.
Fate, however, was not done with Brooks, because he is now the programming director at KVSC and is well onto his way into a career in broadcast.
Afterwards, he's like, hey, do you want to go visit KVSC? I'm like, sure, why not? I had nothing else to do that day. And so they took me down to KVSC. I met with Joe, who's like, hey, are you interested in volunteering? I'm like, sure, why not? I had nothing better to do because I was graduating in the spring. And I was like, maybe this could be something that I could do while I was here.
This leadership role has helped him find his calling and will help him into future endeavors.
I guess basically it's helped me improve my craft. Like when I started here, I didn't have any experience really with Adobe. Like Apollo didn't really offer, but St. Cloud State, they've offered me basically a lot more than everything else has. So it's helping me improve my craft, and it can help me find a job coming up in the near future.